Hey, what is up, Team Rock Rep? Coach Chris here with another video. And before I get into the content, take the 2 seconds it takes to subscribe, turn on notifications, and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you'd like to support the channel, those are the 3 best things that you can do. Notifications are more so for you. I'm giving you guys a bunch of free content. I want you to take advantage of that, hopefully so it helps you in your day-to-day. And let's get into it. If you can tell from the thumbnail and the title of this video, we're talking about something this week that I sort of hate that I'm making a video over it, but I feel like it needs to be talked about. We're talking about, should you be training to puke bucket intensity? Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say puke bucket, it's pretty self-explanatory, but it's a huge trend right now, especially in the bodybuilding community. People are literally going out and buying buckets to take with them to the gym. That way, when their training intensity reaches its peak, they have something to throw up in and continue training uninterrupted. Obviously, bodybuilders can't be bothered to go to the bathroom like normal people. They need to just throw up in front of everyone so everyone can see how hard they are training. And that's what actually prompted me to make this video. I was unaware of this trend until one of my all-time favorite bodybuilders posted a video of him using one. And yeah, so now I felt like I needed to talk about it. And I'm not going to focus specifically on, this whole video is not about throwing up or anything like that. More so focused on the level of intensity that you have to be at to throw up, right? So do you have to train that high of an intensity? Short answer is no, you do not. I've been training seriously for a couple of years now, and I mentioned this in my last video. I don't ever go into the gym with that intention or that intensity, and guess what? I've seen a ton of gains. I would say roughly up 20 pounds over the last 2 years or so, and that's maybe a little bit conservative. And I've never walked into the gym with the intention of saying, today's the day, I'm going to go in, I'm going to puke my guts out. That's not my intention. That's not my goal. And there are a couple obvious reasons for this, right? I mean, throwing up's not fun for anybody. It's bad for your health, actually, and obviously things like dehydration and worse performance if you're throwing up or if you're training at that high of a level, right? So we need to get rid of the old high school coach mantra of, if you're not puking, you're not trying. That's just simply not true. I know several competitive bodybuilders, even at the pro level, that don't train like that, and they have some of the most impressive physiques that I've ever seen. So the purpose of this video is to hopefully nip this trend in the bud, get it out of, circulation, because it's not just, a sort of, well, not sort of, it's a disgusting trend that people are following right now, and more people are trying to match this level of intensity where they simply cannot. But also, it's holding people back. They think it's helping them in the long run. They think if they're training that hard day in and day out, they're going to see more gains. And I can promise you that you will not. You are actually probably going to see a detriment to your progress if you go into the gym every single day with the mindset of, I'm going to puke today, I'm not stopping until I do. Because guess what is one of the most common symptoms of overtraining in an athlete? Throwing up. That is one of the ones, right? Like if you look up symptoms of overtraining, puking is going to be top of the list. It's very common. It's your body's way of telling you, please stop. It's the same reason when you have too much to drink. Why do you throw up? It's because your body's telling you, please stop, right? And if you think about it, just common sense here, it doesn't really make sense to do something that your body is telling you is absolutely terrible for you, and so it has a physical sign trying to get you to stop. It doesn't make sense to try to make that your goal with your training. It's not going to help boost protein synthesis. It's not going to make you stronger. It's going to make you be that weird, gross dude at the gym that nobody wants to work out with. And so, like I said, short answer, you don't have to train that level of intensity. But now let's get into what you have to be careful of. So I've given you the information. You don't have to be training that hard, and you actually should make it a goal to not train that hard to where you're constantly getting sick. But on the flip side of the spectrum, you can't train too little. You don't want to leave too many reps in reserve. Your goal every single training session basically should be create enough difference to where homeostasis is disrupted in the body, and your body has to adjust to adapt to that. That should be your goal, plain and simple. Your goal should not be, I'm going to go do German volume on squats and I'm going to puke my guts up in my fancy new puke bucket that I just bought at Home Depot. That should not be your goal. Your goal should be disrupt homeostasis on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to where your body has to adapt and to grow. And now I understand, before you guys jump on me, I understand some people are genetically inclined to getting sick when they work out. That actually is a genetic factor of getting sick while training. I know some people that can do a warm up and then they're puking their guts out for 10 minutes and then they're good to go. Some people, I believe it has to do with blood flow to the GI system while you're training or something of that nature. I've read articles on it before. And not really super interested in going back to rediscover that, but I do know that there is some genetic implications there. So with all of that said, main takeaways here, guys, are no, you don't have to train to puke bucket intensity day in and day out. Your goal every single day when you walk into the gym should simply be progressively overload the muscle, disrupt homeostasis, cause your body to adapt. Plain and simple. There's no secret formula outside of that. This information is very straightforward and simple and easy to understand. And I highly encourage you, if you know somebody that has this mentality of that if they're not puking, they're not trying hard enough, they're not going to lose weight, they're not going to gain enough muscle, please show them this video, because it is not the case. You can train at a disruptive level without making yourself miserable or even causing health problems later down the line. You can still see a bunch of gains, and probably, I would argue, better gains in the long run if you are training smart. That is going to wrap it up for this video. I hope it's been helpful. Please share away, especially if you have a friend or training partner that has invested in a puke bucket. Show them this video. I hope it has put some of you at ease that you're not wasting your training just because you're not throwing up every single time you train. And I hope this in general has just been a helpful, educational use of your time today. Please like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications. I will see you all next week. Go get some gains. Don't throw up. Stay healthy, and God bless.